If you knew what you know now, things would be different. As an example, if you knew that Microsoft was going to be outrageously successful, you would have invested $1,000 way back when. I just saw something about a business that has been around a long time, and it said if you put $1,000 in when you started with them, if you took that gamble, that you would be millions and millions of dollars wealthier. Well, today I want to share with you a way that you can spot trends as long as you are someone who creates content. Hi, my name is Jeff Harris. I'm a a digital marketing company that helps small to medium businesses in their local markets get more customers. Today, I want to share with you something that I don't know a lot of people do this, but it's something that we've started, and it really, since then, it does a lot for us, and it does a lot for our customers. It's called Outliers and tracking outliers. I just want to pull this up. This is for one of our clients. And I just want to show you what this means, because a lot of times, let me just pull this up. This is their Facebook page, or excuse me, their YouTube page. And if you can see here, you see the numbers 40, 50. Sometimes people get discouraged with that. They think, well, that's not very many views. But the thing about it is, in this case, it's Mortgage Works. He does lending for refinancing and buying homes. Well, here's the thing. For him to be successful, he doesn't need to have 10,000 or 100,000 views, because chances are, because he is someone who offers loans in their local marketplace, if he got 10 people from one of his videos in a month, it would be incredibly successful. If he got 5 people, that would be great. But here's what I want to show you, and I'm going to make myself just a little bit smaller because it's easier to see. If you look at this, and we go down and we say, okay, 40, 50, they're making some good numbers. And all of a sudden, here one it pops in at 412. Here's another one at 411. Here's one at 208. Now watch this. This is about facing ARM, adjust rate mortgage, loan rates reset. So that was back on the 1st of August. You see, we're in a situation where 5, 7, and 10-year loans for this particular company, they're starting to reset. Now, not for his company, but for all people out there, because they took advantage of a lower rate. And now they're starting to reset, and they're starting to think, hey, you know what? I need to look and see what the rates are out there. So that's for this one. Now let's go down to the next one, 411. Understanding adjustable rate mortgages, why borrowers opt for ARMs. Again, in that same topic. And then we come down here, why ARM loans options became less popular. So if you see this is like, okay, there's a trend here. People are starting to wonder, hey, what am I going to do with my ARM loan? Should I refinance out of it as rates come down? This can be done on any channel. You can do it on your Facebook page. You can do it on Twitter, whatever. We do it on all of our channels. We look and we say, hey, are there outliers there? And what I mean by outliers is we say, what's the normal for this page? Well, it looks like it's somewhere between, probably, let's say under 50. Between 25 and 50 is a good number for this particular page. But then when it pops in and it's 10x that or 5x that, those are what we call outliers, and we want to pay attention. Now, once we do this, what does it mean? Well, there's a couple things we can do. Now we go back, because we help them make content, is we say, hey, we need to double down on this. And we might say, let's write an article, an updated article on adjust rate mortgages, and go deeper on that and all the options that happen there, and then put these videos within those articles. So that may be one thing we do. The next thing we probably want to do is, because we're saying, well, if this many people, in this case 5 to 10x average, are asking about adjust rate mortgages, then we probably should make more social media content about that in a helpful manner. Because here's the thing, and this is a little bit of a side, let's call it a bonus. Let's call it like a bonus, okay? Our algorithms on platforms now are acting like a buffet line. In other words, if you go into a buffet line and you see a lot of something and a little of the other, that's telling you the stuff that's a lot, these are people, or excuse me, this is food that a lot more people like, and there's only a little bit of this. Well, the algorithm is based on interest now. It used to be in a situation where it's like, hey, if I were popular, I had a whole bunch of followers, they would show you my content, even if it was boring, if it made no sense. Well, now they follow what they call an interest graph. So whenever people see this 412, 411, and they see something popping off, guess what? They show it to more people, because at the end of the day, these platforms want what? They want more people to stay on their platforms. So that's one thing we can do with it. It'll help us create more relevant content. We might look and say, hey, we haven't done an article on, in this case, adjust rate mortgages. We haven't talked about that. Well, we need to do that. We need to put out some social media posts. What else could we do? Oh, we could go back and run targeted ads to these same people, called retargeting to these people, and put an offer in front of them. Maybe we create a short webinar and we put it in front of them so they can get more information with a very low barrier to entry. We call that friction. There's no friction there, because now they may see it and say, hey, watch this 15-minute webinar on adjust rate mortgages and find out if now is a time that you need to be considering changing out of that, refinancing out with the rates going down. So the big thing I wanted to share with you today is know your numbers, know what your averages are. And when you see something pop out, that's kind of like saying, hey, these are things we probably need to run ads on. And that's the third thing. So the first one is we're going to run some ads and retarget these people with more information. The next thing we could do is we could run very targeted ads or very specific ads on these, that maybe this particular company has some kind of a special offer that they could be running on adjust rate mortgages and refinancing of it. It could be just a free consultation to call and find out. And it may be a simple online form that they fill out. And from that form, it gives them some information back that they can say, hey, this is a good idea for me, or no, now is not the best time. And then if it at the bottom, it might be a situation, call, in this case, Art, and set a schedule or set an appointment for a free consultation. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. I've just touched on 2 or 3, but the difference is you have to know your numbers. It happens in everything, whether it's a blog post, it's all tracked. You can go to Google Analytics and find out your blog posts. You can go to Facebook and see your insights. And when something is outside the average, that's a clue. It could be a trend. Find out if as you put more of that same content out, is it still trending upward, right? All right, so that's really all I wanted to share with you today. Again, my name is Jeff Harrison with SwingPointMedia. We're in the Coachella Valley. That's Palm Springs area here, if you're not familiar with the Coachella Valley in Southern California in the desert. And I just wanted to share with you the power of knowing your numbers and what is an outlier and what should I do with that. And then the final thing, remember this. If you're a local business, don't get discouraged when you have 10 or 20 or 30 views on your piece of content. You may not need that much. Again, this is a mortgage company. If they make 1% or 1.5% every time they originate a loan, you don't need 100 of these a month to make it work. He would be very happy with that, but the same thing. All right, if you have any questions, please get in touch with me. My name is Jeff Harrison with SwingPointMedia. You can always get in touch with me at Jeff@SwingPointMedia, or just go to our website. I have a nice contact form on there. Have a great, great day.